Всім доброго дня. Я радий вітати державного секретаря в Києві.
We will provide an additional $2 billion in foreign military financing for Ukraine. And we put this together in a first-of-its-kind defense enterprise fund. And it has three components. One is to provide weapons today, so this will assist Ukraine in acquiring those weapons. Two is to focus as well on something that Dmytro just talked about, investing in Ukraine's defense industrial base, helping to strengthen even more its capacity to produce what it needs for itself, but also to produce for others. And finally, using this fund to help Ukraine purchase military equipment from other countries, not just the United States.
They're making it very hard for Ukraine to respond to the Russian attacks, since a lot of them are coming from Russian territory.
We have not encouraged or enabled strikes outside of Ukraine, but ultimately, Ukraine has to make decisions for itself about how it's going to conduct this war. A war it's conducting in defense of its freedom, of its sovereignty, of its territorial integrity. And we will continue to back Ukraine with the equipment that it needs to succeed, that it needs to win.
There is a U.S. presidential election later this year. It may be a promise for the...
We appreciate the sincere commitment of the United States to compensate deliveries, delays in deliveries with new announcements and new deliveries, and this is why I so much emphasized the issue of timing in both our talks and in my opening remarks. But it doesn't apply only to the United States. I mean, every country, we encourage every country to make new announcements and to deliver on them.
Secretary of State to make, but not necessarily one for him to keep. And are you concerned?
The Secretary mentioned the security agreement that Ukraine and the United States, our two leaders, presidents, will sign. And this is the document that will be signed not on behalf of the State Department or the Biden administration. This is the document that will be signed on behalf of the United States of America. And it will cover a wide range of security cooperation issues. And the United States will undertake certain commitments under this document. And we all know there is a very fundamental rule in diplomacy. It sounds in Latin, pacta servanta sunt. Agreements must be implemented.